What is up, fellow YouTubers? It's your sexy goth bad boy, KINGCOBRAJFS, coming back at you with another video. So I'm down to the last 2 slices of pizza that I ordered recently, and I ordered that pizza like, what, 2-3 days ago, and it's still good. Now, I could just eat it as is, or heat it up in the microwave, which, you know, that's always a classic way to do it, but we're going to try something different. We're going to make leftover pizza a bit more fun. And I want to turn leftover pizza into a bacon cheeseburger. What? What? Oh, you heard correctly. I want to make a bacon cheeseburger where the pizza is the bun. What? Oh, yeah. So I want to get the pizza slices onto the plates, and then I'll cook the burger patty and the bacon, and then we'll put some cheese on it, and then we'll place the burger patty with the cheese and the bacon in between the pizza slices, and then we'll microwave it, which will melt the cheese and heat up the pizza at the same time. You know, and this is the cool thing about it. If you got leftovers and you're sick and tired of leftovers, take your leftovers and turn them into something new. That's the fun about cooking, is sometimes you can do that. You know, taking your ordinary, everyday, boring, and, you know, like maybe you went to a Mexican restaurant and you have leftovers. You got rice and beans and potatoes or whatever that you had left over from a restaurant you went to. And you can take those leftovers and put them in an omelet with some bacon and some hash browns. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. It's not rocket science. This way your leftovers don't get boring and you can try something new and they don't go to waste. You know. Yeah. And I know the struggle of being out of food for a hot minute. It sucks. I didn't have much, and then I got enough to get me through the week, or the next week and a half maybe. For the next 12 days, I'll have at least a burger. And if it takes me like 3 to 4 days to make a batch of ones and have them sell out in like 3 to 4 days, that's 8 days. That's 7 to 8 days, you know. So, yeah. That's plenty of time for me to make some more money for groceries. So right before I run out, I can, you know, yeah. Yeah. And I can make it longer if I'm not doing doubles, which I can eat a double cheeseburger with the best of them. But in the spirit of making my food last just a little bit longer, so I have something, a solid source of something in protein to eat every day for the next 12 days at least. Yeah. Unless, of course, my YouTube money comes in, at which point it's not much. You know, if I make it past $100 to $200 just doing YouTube videos, you know, that's not too bad. And that's just from donations. People randomly donate, you know, and I appreciate that. I'll give people shout outs on live videos. But anyways, I'm going to smoke some tobacco here. Spark up a bowl of that. Yeah. You're probably wondering how the BB gun looks. I'll show that off in a separate video. We're going to focus on the cooking part first. Right now, YouTube, it's looking pretty flippin' sick. And the only reason I put a drill bit in the hole at the front is so when I spray painted the barrel, I wouldn't get a sheet of dry spray paint blocking the hole. That's thinking smarter, not harder, which I could have just poked out with a drill bit, but that would have been one extra step. No. If I got a little bit of gold paint on my drill bit, so be it, you know. Actually, you know what? I might just finish it right now before I make the rad pizza burger. I don't think you'll mind if my weekend project gets snuck into a cooking video. And it seems how it's not gonna take long to finish. I have just a small section left. Ooh, careful. Okay, there's a section right here that's still drying. And there's spots where it needs to be touched up. But I can do all that on camera here. Here's what it looks like so far. Not looking too bad. This side of it's looking pretty good. This side of it needs to be touched up. Right here and along here. And then I'll be doing the trigger mechanism and the handle and the trigger itself and that little loop on both sides here. Before I do that, YouTube, I need to make sure that the pistol grip is taped up so that way this glow-in-the-dark paint doesn't. There we go. I'm going to pump it just once so that way it's not fully caulked all the way. This will give me access to underneath the handle. So when I put my painter's tape on there, you know, I gotta show the progress of it so far. Like this side looks pretty good on the gold paint, but this other side needs to be touched up along with, you know, the rest of it being painted. So I'm gonna touch it up on the paint and finish painting it. With summertime coming up, this will provide hours of entertainment. And I just want the black to be turned gold. So I might have to put smaller pieces in and around right here, but everything else will be super easy to tape off. I mean, if you want to make a custom-made sawed-off BB gun, this is how you do it, tubes. And if you've been following this portion of my on the channel, and I'm like, I got a little over 8,000 subs, so why not show people how to custom make a badass BB gun, man? A badass BB gun, man. And if you had a little girl who wanted to shoot BB guns, or a little boy, it doesn't matter, you can custom paint it female colors too. If you're a girl or a guy, like if you see the pink BB gun and that's not really her favorite shade of pink, you know, you can literally, this is how you custom make a BB gun and repaint it, you know. Pretty straightforward. I'm uploading a video I made last night from painting this earlier, and I want to make sure that entire stock is covered before I hit it with some spray paint. Now, is painting it and taping it up a pain in the ass? A little bit. It's a little time consuming, but the end result produces a pretty sick product. So like if you wanted to make it silver with a purple grip, you could, you know. I mean, at this point, you could pretty much make it whatever color you want because you're the one customizing it. That's all I'm jiving at, man. I know it looks kind of weird when I tape it up. YouTube. Trust and believe it looks weird when I tape it up, YouTube. But if this is like the last bit of it that I have to do, might as well do it before we make this dank sandwich. Right there's exposed. Now I've only had to caulk the mechanism once, and I want to leave the safety on so that when I spray paint it gold, that red stripe will still be available. So when you pop the safety, you'll still be able to tell whether it's safe or not. Oop, that painter's tape doesn't want to, there it goes. There it goes. You sneaky, sneaky bastard. Which means I'm going to have to tear it. If I tear that piece in half, I can put strips of it. And much like trying to paint the metal on it, I'm not going to be able to cover the entire stock with painter's tape. There might be a strip, there might be like small sections of it here and there that'll be gold, but I don't think that'll be a problem, to be honest. I really don't. I think it'll add a nice touch to it. Now, to continue on the journey of making our Gangster's Paradise BB gun, I'm taping off the pistol grip stock here one last time. This is the last little bit of tape that we have to use to do this. If you want open it just a little bit wider so I can have easier access to it. And to get as much of it, of the stock taped up as possible, I'm taking the painter's tape and tearing it into smaller pieces. That way I can cover as much of the stock as I can. Now the paint job, it's not going to be the prettiest. I mean, I am trying, you know, really hard here to make this look kick-ass and legit, you know. I don't know, some of you old school Daisy Red Ryder fans are probably going to look at this and go, you sacrilegious piece of shit. You chopped the stock off and repainted it? And you're entitled to that opinion, I guess. But yes. There we go. I got the stock covered. Just to make sure those tiny pieces don't come off. Put one more piece. Right underneath. All right, so we got The stock is sufficiently taped off. Beautiful. And now I'm just going to take some gold spray paint and touch up areas along the side here, make it look a bit more smooth, and then hit both sides of this put the ring up, and so then when I go like that, I can just hit it without having to touch it. That little loop right there. Alrighty. You should be able to set it down onto the painter's tape just like that. So, son of an Asperger's. There we go. Now that's what I like to see, YouTube. That looks cool, dude. And I have to leave the lever open, and I might have to dry fire it to get that paint, that dried paint, to break on the trigger, because the paint's gonna dry on the trigger, and when I squeeze it, actually I may not have to dry fire it too much to, because once this paint's done drying, I want to close the lever mechanism and release the pressure on it and everything, so yeah. Next time you see this BB gun, the paint will be dry, and I'll be taking the painter's tape off of it and assembling little odd ends here and there. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll let that dry. Didn't get any paint on my hands while doing it. Maybe just like a little bit on my thumb. But that's easy to wash off. You want a close-up of what it looks like? I'll show you on the bench here in a second. Let me wash my hands. There we go, I got the paint off my thumb. That's what's up. Want to have clean hands when you're making food, obviously. Okay, YouTube, let's take a look at this beast drawing. Take a look at that, YouTube. Doesn't that just look kick the fuck ass? Now, you heard me shake the loop and flip it over so I could paint the other side of it. And underneath it. Yeah. Now, it looks kind of funky with the painter's tape on it, but that painter's tape will come off, and you'll have that nice glow-in-the-dark pistol grip and forearm. And an extra piece that I did for customization. Check this out. That little loop that goes right here on your forearm, I painted that shit gold. You feel me? Like, this wasn't that hard to remove, to be honest. And I'll be putting this back on here when the paint is done drying. And I also took the leather off the string, or the loop, I mean. I also took the leather off the loop so I could paint it. That little piece of leather that it comes with on that loop, right there on the side. Yeah, I'll reattach that as well. These are like the last 2-3 things to do here. That leather getting reattached to that loop right there, and that loop underneath that going right back on here. And just to make sure that that loop doesn't come off very easily, I want to take a little bit of clear drying Gorilla Glue and put a dab of it right on here after a minute when the tape's off, and then that way when I put the that little loop back on there, it doesn't come off. And it'll look a lot nicer with the loop drying with the glue on there and the leather string retied. Yeah. But there we go. Here's the progress on our Gangster's Paradise Daisy Red Ryder bootleg BB gun. I'm thinking that's looking pretty sick. And it's just about done. Just about done. It's about 80 to 90% done. The last 10% is going to be removing the painter's tape when that gold paint dries and tying the leather to that loop and super gluing this piece back on so it doesn't come off. So it'll look like a Daisy Red Ryder, but just shorter stock and different paint job. And also later on I'll push this open and close it. This is where you load your BBs. Right there. It holds 650 BBs. But yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it until it's done drying because, yo, that gold paint job looks fucking sick. Pardon my French, YouTube. Alright, so now that we got our BB gun painted and we're letting it dry, let's make a kick-ass burger, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and turn the stove on to 8, get that shit heated up. I'm gonna grab ourselves a plate. Wait, the fuck did you just say? Didn't you just say you were gonna use pizza as the burger patties? The fuck's wrong with you? I'm hungry, that's what's wrong with me. Okay. I will be making a burger with the Flamin' Hot Nachos, Doritos. I'll be making a super spicy burger with those chips. You wait and see, it's going down on my channel. We got ourselves a plate. Let's set the camera down. Now remember that dank pizza I ordered a couple days ago, YouTube? It had extra Philly cheesesteak, extra bacon, double the cheese, white Parmesan garlic sauce, hand-tossed crust, and 2 garlic butters smeared on top. Yeah. That dank pizza I reviewed the other day. Well, as it turns out, we have 2 delicious fat slices of it left. And we're going to use these as the bun for our burger. The hand-tossed crust with the white Parmesan garlic sauce, double cheese, or actually it wasn't double cheese. Yeah, it was. Okay, I forgot, sorry. I'm getting my toppings mixed up. But yeah, this is hand-tossed crust, white Parmesan garlic sauce, double the cheese, extra Philly cheesesteak, and extra bacon, pepperoni, beef. Of course, as you already know. I'm going to say that one more time. Hand-tossed crust, double cheese, extra Philly cheesesteak, extra bacon, pepperoni, beef. Did I say double the cheese? Oh yeah. Parmesan white garlic sauce instead of the tomato sauce. And then I smeared 2 cups of garlic butter all over the entire pizza. So, yeah. Now that this box is empty, I'm going to break it down into 4 folds. Just throw it away. Alright, so here's our pizza. This will be our top bun, this will be our bottom bun. We can just stack it like this. That way, toppings don't come off the pizza. I mean, we could stack it with the crust on bottoms facing like that, but after I microwave it, I don't want the pizza toppings falling off, and this will minimize that. Turn the camera over yonder. I'm not going to bother with seasoning on it, I'm just going to throw it together. Seasoning is optional. So, I want to grab some Great Value 100% pure beef burger patties, 80% lean, 20% fat. Just like that. And I'm going to open this bag up, and we're going to drop a patty into our pan. And maybe while the patty's cooking up, we'll throw some butter on top of it. Just for the hell of it. Gonna drop that in there, awesome sauce. Now I'm gonna put these back in the freezer. I had them in the fridge to de-thaw a little bit because they were, you know, now that I got them open. Now for our burger cheese, we'll use a nice sharp cheddar. It doesn't matter if you're using Great Value or persnickety or prosciutto, whatever you know the cheese company I'm talking about. Alright, got that cheese open. I'm going to put some butter in that pan for our burger. Taking leftovers and making them a bit more fun. Take a little bit of this margarine, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to put some butter and spread it all over the burger patty. And I'm going to give it a flip here. Taking some of that delicious butter, I'm going to spread it all over the burger patty. And notice I'm going in circles on top of our burger patties here, just like that. Just go like that. There you go. Let it kind of melt in the pan there. There we go. Now I'll put some flavor into this burger. How do you like them apples, YouTube? Is that looking good or what? You heard of cooking steak and butter? So if cooking steak and butter tastes good, then I imagine cooking beef and butter is going to taste just as good. Drop that in the sink. And push all that grease right there. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this butter and this country crock and I'm going to stick it back in the fridge. Actually, no, I'll leave it out. We'll cook the bacon and get some of it. Why not? Because I touched raw beef with that fork, put it in the sink. If you're using a fork to smear butter on bacon like I just did with the burger patty, because I might not need to be honest, because this burger is producing a lot of grease. And cooking the bacon in the burger butter grease might actually be really good. That burger patty is just about done. I'm going to give it a little bit longer on this side, on this other side, just to get that the butter cooking to the other side here. All I did was give it a flip. I didn't notice the camera wasn't turned that way. My apologies. All right. But I am going to get you up close and personal with this. Check this out. That look good, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to turn this down to a medium. Look at all that grease in the bottom of our pan with the butter and the grease from the burger. We're going to cook our bacon in that Alright, so let's transfer our burger patty over to our pizza here. Right there in the middle. Just like that. And now we're going to cook up some bacon. Got the grease in there doing its thing. Let's show you the bacon we're working with. Black Label thick cut bacon. It's delicious. From the Hormel company, which looks like they got some kind of shamrock or what the fuck ever on the front of it. I don't know. But this is good bacon. I've had it before. Maybe for the sake of because the pizza is so long, I might end up just cooking 2 whole slices. Because I didn't think this burger patty was going to fit on the pizza, to be honest. But after I cooked up the burger patty, it literally, YouTube, it literally covered the entire pizza without going over the edge. So, who knows? This might be really flipping good. You never know. But I'm taking leftover pizza to the next level, YouTube, because that's what I do. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of our thick cut bacon, and this will be the bacon that we put on top of our pizza. I want to put it in the pan. Ew, these napkins got soaked in the juices of that package. Nope, in the garbage. Alright, we'll put our bacon back in the fridge. Let me wash my hands real quick. Dry them off. We got that pan on a medium heat, so it's not going to take long for that to cook up. Dry them off, YouTube. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And sat. Check this out. Oh, okay. I already have it out here. Doy. Alright, so We're gonna take some of our country crock original. We're gonna go over to our bacon in the pan here, and we're gonna do a dollop of this butter, just like that. Just put it right there in the center. Let's smear that butter on top of the bacon. We'll let that bacon melt in the bottom. Not the bacon, but the butter is going to melt in the bottom there, just like that. Beautiful. Now we're done with the butter. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need a whole lot for this. Just a little bit for the flavor. Yeah. Making leftover is fun. That's what we're doing. I'm going to stir that butter around just a little bit. It's going to be good, YouTube. Yeah, buddy. It's going to be delicious. So let's give it a flip. Give that piece a flip. See, that side's cooked all the way through. That's what we're looking for. Oh. Gotcha. That bacon wanting to curl up, so what I'm doing is I'm holding it down, right there. Just wanting to curl up. Now it's wanting to curl up a little bit. No, we're not. No, we're not doing it. Now keep in mind, this is just barely cooked. So we're going to go a little bit longer on it, not too much longer. Just enough to get all the pink cooked out of it. You want your bacon to be brown, you don't want it to be pink. And all that melted butter sitting in the bottom there. Yeah, see, that's not done. There it goes. Go ahead and turn the heat up to 8 once again. This is how you make leftover pizza fun, YouTube. Create something new with it. I don't know, what do you think, YouTube? Would you eat a bacon cheeseburger with pizzas as the buns? I would. And we can add other things to it too. Maybe some Doritos. Why not? And the pizza's already got bacon on it. This right here is just for, you know, the sake of the burger. And you can do this with like any leftover pizza that you have, if their slices are big enough. You know, I'm just saying. Not quite. Not quite there yet. Let me give that a flip. That's just about done. So you see it's nice and crispy on the edges, but not too crispy. And when you microwave it in the microwave, it's just going to get more cooked, to be honest. But as long as it's pre-cooked enough, you should be fine. I'm going to turn the stove off because that bacon's done. Alright, I'm going to put that bacon over here. Okay, now that I got the bacon for a bacon cheeseburger, let's put it on there. Do a nice X going down the pizza. You ever seen a bacon cheeseburger look like this before, YouTube? Probably not. Alright, so take a look at what we have so far. There's our bacon, there's the burger patty. I mean, the pizza already does have cheese, but we're going to need some cheese for the top of this. So, but before we put cheese on top of the bacon, we're going to add some chips to it. We're going to add some nacho cheese Doritos on top of our bacon. I mean, they're already shaped kind of like pizzas anyway, so why not, right? So, I love nacho cheese Doritos. I like Cool Ranch too, they're pretty good. The nacho cheese is my fave. So right after I put the Doritos on here, I'll give you a look at that. Right after I put the Doritos on, just like that. Beautiful. Let's add some cheese to it. The pizza already has cheese, I know. But we want those Doritos to stay in place. So we're going to need to put something to hold them in place. And it's an excuse to put more cheese on your pizza, so it's a convenient excuse to put more cheese on your pizza. Kind of squish it down just a little bit. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking those 2 slices of cheese I just put on top and tucking it, all of the ingredients underneath it. And that should be enough. That should be enough cheese for this recipe. I don't mean by being a little bit OCD with it, but I'm gonna, yeah, there we go. Tore off the corners on the side there and ate them because I don't want it to get stuck to the plate. But take a look at that so far. Interesting stuff, man. What happens when we take our other piece of pizza, we scooch this piece in the middle, and then we go like that. Kind of push it down a little bit, just like that. There we go. What do you think of that mess, YouTube? But we're not done just yet. We're going to need to heat it up, so... because we want that cheese to be nice and melted. What do you think, YouTube? Is this crazy enough for you, or what? I mean, for 8,000 subscribers, look what I've come up with. A masterpiece of delicious junk food. Yeah. I'll give it a 44-second burst. Come back, check on it. I want the cheese in the middle to be nice and melted. And I squished it down on top of the bottom piece there, so that way it wouldn't move around. But will 44 seconds be enough, or should we do it for a little bit longer? Just in case the cheese gets stuck to the plate, we're gonna need a fresh, clean fork. Huh. Oh, if it melts, it's just gonna go right there. Okay, yeah, no, that should do just fine. Let's go for another 44. Oh. Go for another 44 seconds. Really get that cheese, you know, melted. Yeah. Hmm. Well, that definitely melted the cheese to the pizza on the bottom there. Beautiful. It's a little bit trying to get stuck to the plate, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna push that in just like that. Awesome. Maybe a little bit longer because some of it's not quite melted all the way. 34 should do it, maybe. Because I noticed the cheese on the back wasn't quite melted. And you can always do it a little bit at a time, but you can't once you've overdone it, you can't go back. So then again, my microwave is pretty powerful. That's why I'm only doing it in these short ass bursts. Three, two, one. Okay, yeah, now we are talking. Now we are rocking. Son of a biscuit, man. It's not wanting to, like, this pizza's already nice and hot, and, well, I mean, it's, yeah, it's starting to melt. Now, this side's melted just fine, but the back of it, not so much. 10-second burst. I don't want to overdo it, so that's why I'm making the burst a little bit shorter. Another 10-second burst. Yeah, you know what? That's good enough. I'm hungry. I want to eat. That's good enough. Oh, yeah. Now, you think I'm going to be eating this with a fork? Think again. Just making sure that it ain't sticking to the plate. Okay, it's not sticking to the plate. I can slide it around. All that cheese has melted on the inside of the pizza and on the outside a little bit. So I'm gonna let this cool off before I dig into it. What do you think, YouTube? A bacon cheeseburger with pizzas as the bun. Would you eat it? I'd eat it. And it's got cheese, Doritos. Yeah. taking your last 2 slices of pizza and amping it to the next level. What? What? If you want to see more crazy cooking videos like this, maybe I'll use donuts as a bun next time. Who knows? There are zillions of ideas out there to try. So if you like these crazy random cooking videos, subscribe for more. And make sure you don't miss out on the random dankness. Yeah. This video is an hour long. It probably would have been a lot shorter if I hadn't taken time to work on the BB gun, but that's alright, tubes. That's more than alright. Adjust the camera. Oop. Son of a bitch. I dropped the fucking camera. God fucking damn it. Okay, put the camera right fucking there. There we go. Like, of course, the video couldn't go perfectly. It had something just had to happen. The recipe turned out good, or it looks good. The BB gun looks good. Of course, the one thing had to happen. Nothing can ever go perfectly, can it? Alrighty. Well, I want to cool off a bit. Have a smoke and relax. Freaking. Yeah. You ever taken a pizza and made a bacon cheeseburger with it? That's nuts, dude. And that extra large pizza that I ordered the other day, the slices on that were big enough to make this a reality. I mean, I like pizza, I like bacon cheeseburgers, so I think combining the two of them together is just paradise. I'll tell you what, it definitely smells good. Although I'm not sure how it's going to taste. I'm sure it'll taste just fine. Staring at it like, what kind of mess is this? Using pizza slices as your bacon cheeseburger patties. Like, I'm surprised not a whole lot of people aren't doing this because, I mean, yeah, it's unhealthy as fuck, but you got one life, dude. You gotta live it and enjoy it up, you know? Like, come on. Taking that dank Domino's pizza from the other night, the last 2 slices, and turning it into a bacon cheeseburger with cheese and Doritos in the middle. I guess we'll call this a pizza bacon cheeseburger. Because people are going to be seeing this going, say what? That's what it is. It's a pizza bacon cheeseburger. Or is it a bacon cheeseburger with pizza buns? Should we call it that? Yeah, let's call it that. Let's call it a bacon cheeseburger with pizza buns. Because that would be a bit more accurate. And no, that's not clickbait. What you see is what you get. Bacon cheeseburger with pizza as the buns. I'm going to be biting into this here shortly. I'm just letting it cool off a little bit. Damn, that's going to be good. Now, the biggest question is can I actually pick it up, or am I going to have to, you know... Holy shit, that's still hot, and it's a little heavy. It can be done. YouTube, you might think I'm crazy for making this sandwich, but oh my god, those first 2 bites, I'm just like, like I'm not even joking you. Total Homer Simpson moment. Like doing this with your last 2 slices of pizza, if you can, you know. But you just got groceries and you're like, you don't want to crack into your groceries until you finish your pizza or your leftovers because you don't want to waste food. That's, you know. But this is the way you do it, man. Took 2 bites of that and I was like, Flavor Town. Got 2 tickets to Flavor Town. Here's that massive cross section from the front there. My only complaint, I wish the burger would have been a little bit more pink in the middle, but other than that, this is fucking dank. This is definitely gonna fill me up for a good minute. What do you think, YouTube? Using pizza slices for a bacon cheeseburger. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Nom 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 nom. I can have a smoke when I'm done eating. Because I've already made a pizza bacon cheeseburger where it had pizza toppings on top of the bacon, which is pretty good. But I've never actually taken leftover pizza and turned it into a giant bacon cheeseburger, man, because that's, oh man, this is artery clogging good. It's a bacon cheeseburger with pizza as buns. That's what we're calling it. Calling the video at least. Yeah, dude, this is a great way to take your leftover pizza and bring it to the next level. If it's just you and a couple of friends and you have like maybe half a pizza left, and it's enough for you and like your 2 other friends to have one, or maybe you and your girlfriend or your wife have some leftover pizza in the fridge and you got some burger patties lying around, and you never stop to think, what if I did it like this? Because this YouTube, this is delicious. I don't even want to think about how many calories are in this right now. Nope. I'm not going to sit here and think, oh golly gee willikers, how many calories are in this sandwich? Don't care. Although if you're on a diet, don't watch this video because it'll make you hungry. Using pizza as the buns for a bacon cheeseburger was definitely a good call. That's on a whole other ball game, dude. Hoo-wee, I'm getting full. Damn. You know, I can always save it for later. That's not a problem. Ooh, may I get a glass of water to wash some of it down real quick. Grab a drink. Whew, let's see if I can finish it for my 8,000 subs. YouTube, I'm saving the rest of this for later. I tried, but I'm full. It's a massive sandwich. So I'll show you the spot where I put it for later, and then grab a glass of water and a smoke. I'll leave you with it. But yeah, that's definitely a filling sandwich, dude. Like I couldn't even finish the whole thing. I had to save some of it for later. The amount of grease on my hands, that's unreal. I'm gonna wash them real quick. Yeah, I'm liking the way this BB gun's turning out. That's gonna be sick as tits, man. Yeah. I do apologize to my subscribers. I did try to finish it, but holy shit, that's a filling sandwich, man. Yep, I got it chilling out right there. It's probably the saddest looking fridge you ever saw, but you know what? I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I got food. You know, burger patties are in the freezer. I got chips. I got bread. Got peanut butter and jelly. It's not much, but you know, better than nothing. I'll grab a glass of water. I'll be right back, YouTube. Well, I did have a video I was uploading from earlier, and it's at 52%. Ooh, I almost said 52 cents. I meant to say 52%. Like the words twisted up. That's always fun. Oh man. If you haven't taken your leftover pizza and turned it into a bacon cheeseburger, you're missing out. You're straight up missing out. Because that's dank as shit. Most people end up eating the last of their pizza. But, oh. That's a filling sandwich, yo. I'm just saying, like, I almost got to the crust and I was like, oh, yeah. And I'm sure the sandwich will be just as good when I get done, when I get hungry again, so. That's just bachelor food right there, straight up. That's what that is, YouTube. You know, and get inspired. Take all your leftovers and you can make something new with it, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. That way the food doesn't go to waste and, you know, you're coming up with recipes. They're just like that, you know. I call them leftover recipes, and don't let anyone knock you down for using them or making them, because you're coming up with tasty food and the food's not going to waste. Like, I'm like, seriously, if you could do an entire pizza like that. But could you imagine a burger where the entire pizza is the patty? That'd be nuts. It's like some you'd see on healthy junk food, right? No, but that sandwich was good. Very filling. There's still like a little bit of it left for later, you know. I definitely hit the spot. Spark up a pipe with some tobacco in it and leave you with it. couple hits after some, a couple hits of some tobacco after some delicious food. Man, that always hits the spot. Anyways, tubes, thank you for watching me make another ridiculously unhealthy sandwich. On my next burger video, I'll be making a flamin' hot nacho Doritos bacon cheeseburger. It's gonna be super good and super spicy, so be sure you stick around on the channel for that. So I combine like part 3 of the BB gun customization with a dank ass cooking video. Man. Anyways, tubes, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later.